The 76th British Academy of Film Awards, also known as the BAFAs or BAFTAs, were held on the 19th of February 2023, honouring the best national and foreign films of 2022 at the Royal Festival Hall within London's Southbank Centre. Presented by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, accolades were handed out for the best feature-length film and documentaries of any nationality that were screened at British cinemas in 2022. The nominations were also announced on the 19th of January 2023 via a global livestream hosted by actors Hayley Atwell and Tohib Jimoh from the arts charity newly developed HQ at 195 Piccadilly, London. The EE Rising Star Award nominees, which is the only category voted for by the British public, were announced on the 17th of January 2023. The German-language epic anti-war drama All Quiet on the Western Front received the most nominations with 14, tying the record set by Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in 2000 as the most nominated non-English language film in the awards history, winning 7 of these, including Best Film, Best Director for Edward Berger, and the Best Film Not in the English Language. All Quiet on the Western Front set a new record for the most BAFTA wins for a non-English language film. The ceremony was co-hosted by Swazi English BAFTA and Academy Award-nominated actor Richard E. Grant and British television personality Alison Hammond, who also helmed the backstage interviews. Presenters Vic Hope and BBC Radio 1 film critic Ali Plump hosted the red carpet pre-show. The broadcast aired on BBC One and BBC iPlayer in the UK and was simulcast globally in 8 countries. For the 2023 awards, the British Academy of Film and Television Arts revised its broadcast plans for the first time in its history. The ceremony featured a live broadcast of the final 4 categories. In previous years, the ceremony had been recorded and broadcast as live on the same day. The live broadcast was co-produced by BAFTA and Spun Gold TV and also featured a backstage studio element for interviews with winners, nominees and others. Music performances also featured throughout the broadcast. Recently appointed BAFTA CEO Jane Miller-Chimp felt that the new elements would give a better experience for television viewers and that going live for the last 4 awards on the night would raise anticipation. BritBox, a global streaming service for the British terrestrial television, once again streamed the awards in 8 nations: Australia, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Norway, South Africa, Sweden and the United States. In 2023, BritBox International became an exclusive broadcaster of the awards in these countries. The simulcast was also streamed live. As discussed earlier, All Quiet on the Western Front achieved the most nominations with 14, tying in second place with 2007's Atonement, only behind 1982's Gandhi, which received 16 nominations. The media noted that nominations largely omitted some films that were seen as a success at other award shows, including Avatar: Way of Water, The Fabelmans, and Top Gun: Maverick, with other popular films being completely shut out. By intention, the nominated films in 2023 were diverse in both scale and talent. Multiple nominations were given to both Hollywood blockbusters and regional indie films, while there was also 40% ethnic diversity in the nominees. In the week before the ceremony took place, Bulgarian journalist Christoph Grozov, who had played a key role in the nominated documentary Navalny, said he had been banned from attending due to being a security risk. The film's creators instead paid tribute to him when they collected the award for Best Documentary. This was the first time since the 69th British Academy Awards that the ceremony was not held at the Royal Albert Hall. And after a 2-year in-person absence, BAFTA President William, Prince of Wales, and his wife Catherine, Princess of Wales, attended their ceremony. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022, event organiser Miller-Chimp was asked if the royal family was still an appropriate fit for the awards body. In answering, she mentioned Elizabeth II's decision to give the royalties from a documentary on the family to the BAFTA forerunner, the Society of Film and Television Arts in the 1970s, aiding its move to its current headquarters, and concluded, "I think the royal family has an incredibly positive effect on the BAFTA over the years and continues to do so." There were several special performances during the ceremony. Ariana DeBose opened the ceremony with a contemporary musical performance. She would later return to present the award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, following her Best Actress in a Supporting Role win in the previous year. Mercury Prize-winning artist Little Sims later performed Heart on Fire, a track from her album No Thank You, accompanied by Joan Armatrading. The performance was praised by fans and social media. A special tribute to the late Queen was led by Dame Helen Mirren. As well as her status, the Queen had a close association with the BAFTA, while Mirren won the Academy Award and a BAFTA for her portrayal of the Queen in the 2006 biopic, The Queen. During the ceremony, Kerry Mulligan was initially announced as the winner of the Best Supporting Actress Award, instead of the actual winner, Kerry Condon, after the mistake in the interpretation by the presenter, Tori Kotsko's sign language. This was edited out in the television broadcast. The ceremony ran from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with an unnoticeable switch to the live broadcast at 8:30 p.m. All Quiet on the Western Front won Best Film, as well as taking the most awards with 7. The Banshees of Inisherin and Elvis received 4 awards. With its 7 wins, All Quiet on the Western Front achieved a new record for the most BAFTAs for a film not in the English language, a record previously held by Cinema Paradiso, which won 5 BAFTAs in 1991. Despite the diversity in nominations, the winners were all white, something criticised on social media and by journalists, with grievances particularly directed at a photograph of all the winners on stage together, with the black co-host Alison Hammond considered the only diverse person in it. Some Twitter users began utilising the hashtag BAFTAs so white, akin to Oscars so white hashtag, which trended in 2015 and 2016 when there were no non-white performers nominated. Now let's look at the winners. For Best Film, the nominations were The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and All Quiet on the Western Front. As already discussed, All Quiet on the Western Front won the award for Best Film, and frankly I couldn't be happier. This is an absolutely spellbinding film, hard-hitting, poignant, and reflects the true atrocities of war and the First World War in particular. I found this film very moving, beautifully acted, and fantastically shot. And even though there were some fantastic other films in the category, particularly Everything Everywhere All at Once, I am really not at all unhappy with All Quiet on the Western Front taking home the Best Film award. In the Best Director category, we had Park Chan-wook for Decision to Leave, Todd Field for Tar, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schoenert for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin, Gina Price-Bythewood for The Woman King, and Edward Berger for All Quiet on the Western Front. Berger, of course, took home the award for Best Director, and is so well deserved because he directs an absolute masterpiece here. His direction is on point, bringing every scene to life perfectly, bringing out the best in the cast, and directing this very, very hard-hitting and powerful story with a beautiful touch of delicacy. In the Best Actor category, we had Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Darren McCormack for Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. But the winner, of course, had to be the one and only Austin Butler for playing Elvis Presley in Elvis. Once again, this is a man that I feel fully deserves every bit of award attention that he gets. It's an absolutely spellbinding performance as one of the most iconic people. When you play a real-life person, especially one as recognizable as Elvis Presley was, well, there are many comparisons that will be made, and everybody will watch the finer details of the performance. And for me, Austin Butler not only made this film work, but his performance is so realistic, heartfelt, and so true to who I believe Elvis was. I must give a shout out here to Darren McCormack for playing Leo Grand. I thought it was a stunning performance for this young actor, and I hope we see much more of him. In the Best Actress in a Leading Role, the nominations were Viola Davis for The Woman King, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Danielle Deadwyler in Till, Emma Thompson in Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and of course, the winner went to Cate Blanchett as Lydia Tarr in Tar. I cannot fault Cate Blanchett in this role. She's absolutely magnificent in it. In the same breath, though, I wouldn't have minded maybe an outsider like Emma Thompson taking the award, as she's so superb in the little film like Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. Michelle Yeoh also deserves a shout out here, so she's absolutely stunning in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But it is a tour de force performance here from Cate Blanchett, and she's a most deserved winner. In the Best Supporting Actor category, nominations were Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Ki Hyun Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Eddie Redmayne for The Good Nurse, Albrecht Schusch for All Quiet on the Western Front, and Michael Ward in Empire of Light. The winner, though, went to Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, where he plays Dominic Kearney, a simple man who unfortunately lives with his abusive police father. It's a breathtaking performance here from Barry Keoghan, and I'm very, very chuffed that he won the award. Of course, I have to give shout-outs to Ki Hyun Kwan in Everything Everywhere All at Once, a stunning performance, and of course Albrecht Schusch in All Quiet on the Western Front, playing Stanislas Kaczynski, a magnificent and moving performance, and I'm so glad he even got a nomination. In the Best Supporting Actress category, we had Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Dolly De Leon in Triangle of Sadness, and Kerry Mulligan in She Said. The winner, of course, went to Kerry Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin. I'm happy she got the award, as she plays Colin Farrell's caring yet troubled sister very, very well. For me personally, though, I just thought Angela Bassett was so good in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but I think the one standout has to be Jamie Lee Curtis here, as she just completely reinvents herself for Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's unrecognizable. Dolly Dion, of course, was also surprisingly good in Triangle of Sadness. But you could definitely see, in terms of the supporting actor categories, The Banshees of Inisherin was definitely the flavour of the day. The Best Animated Film had to go to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This is a superb film and deserves every single award it gets. In the Outstanding British Film category, this went to The Banshees of Inisherin, directed by Martin McDonough, which is really no surprise, as it's the film that of course has got the most attention, definitely compared to the other nominations within the category, although some of those films are also quite a delight. In the outstanding debut by a British writer, director or producer, this went to Charlotte Wells for Aftersun, which frankly I was quite disappointed by, as I really didn't enjoy this film. I would have much preferred Katie Brand for Good Luck to You, Leo Grant to take home this award. And for the EE Rising Star Award, the nominations were Naomi Ackel, Shelley Atnam, Daryl McCormack, Amy Lee Wood, but the winner of course went to Emma Mackay. Emma is a superb actress and has shown her versatility, for example in shows like Sex Education, having an interesting role in Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile, and of course in her new starring role in the film Emily, a most deserved winner of the Rising Star Award. Overall, the BAFTAs were quite interesting. They definitely didn't follow the trend of all the other award shows this season. For me though, in choosing a film like All Quiet on the Western Front as the best film, really does send out the message that in the times that we are currently living in, that war is never really the answer. The BAFTAs are always done very well, to the point, and they don't really muck about, which maybe some of the other award ceremonies could maybe learn from a little bit. Now with the BAFTAs done, of course it is on to the big award ceremony of the year, namely the Academy Awards.